Hello, guys. Not gonna lie, not the happiest camper right now. And, well, if you notice anything different, you can see that there is no longer a exclamation point here. And, well, the reason is that I beat it. And that wasn't surprising. I was always gonna beat it, but problem is that when I was recording the episode of me beating it, uh, for some godforsaken reason, I had forgotten to unplug my webcam from when I was doing my school, because I take online classes and all that. So what happened is that I have the original footage, but it recorded double audio, which gave me a really bad echo through the entire frickin' video, which is super annoying. And honestly, I don't want to subject you guys to that. But here, so it's not exactly that big of an issue. Here's what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to basically redo it over again, because I can do that. And I'll show you how to beat it, how to tackle this, what's called a realization. And we're just going to move on from there and excuse my mistake. So, for this fight, we are bringing in 2 of a Puppet 2 pages. This one has Punch the Solar Plexus, some of Mew Mew's page, and a Health Hauler. Just want to go ahead and say that every single one of your characters should have a Health Hauler or a Mind Hauler, preferably both if you can fit it in. This fight is all about sustain and making sure you're in the fight for the entire time. So I want to make sure we get that done. The second page here too, yep, has a Mind Hauler. This one is rocking Oink's page. A little bit different, but the thoughts are the same. Max out your blunt damage and the like. We have Vasquez here. I know it's Velasquez, but I'm going to say Vasquez. He has lots of the piercing. He has both a Health Hauler and a Mind Hauler. And I threw in times like these because he's playing pages fairly often. We have Meow's page. Meow has some of Mew Mew's page, some Punch the Solar Plexus, Mind Hauler, and a Health Hauler. And finally, we have Eugen's page, which has our usual setup, but has a Health Hauler and then Dark Cloud Blade and the Slashing Stagger. This one's from Seyo's page. This one's just from the Grade 7 Fixer page. So yeah, these are the cards and decks that I'm working with. Let me go ahead and show you how you can actually replay sectors of the game. So if you go into this credenza, you have all of the fights, all of the cutscenes, story, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch the cutscene here, play it, and then watch the ending cutscene. Again, I'm really sorry it has to be this way, but I promise you the echo is really, really annoying. And I mean, it's not like I'm reacting to it for the first time. I've already beaten this, so no worries there.
역사에 대한 정리 상황은 어때?
이번엔 엔젤라와 같이 왔어. 역사의 층이 때가 됐다나 뭐라나?
엔젤라, 난 예전처럼 널 앞에 두고 무서워하지 않을 거야. 좋을 대로. 네가 날 어떻게 생각하든 상관없어. 내가 원하는 것은 네가 정리한 역사에 대한 정보야. 난 도시에서 살았지만 몰라도 너무 몰랐나 봐. 도시의 역사를 제대로 정리하기는 불가능했어. 의욕만 앞선 너에게는 역시 불가능한 일이었으려나? 여러 크고 작은 사건들이 모여 하나의 역사를 형성하는 것은 분명하지만 굵직한 사건 간의 공백이 너무나 커서 명확한 정리를 할 수 없었거든. 마치 제대로 기억하는 자들이 없는 것 같아.
오히려 기억하지 않는 걸 수도 있어.
기억하지 않는다고? 옛날 일을 돌이켜보았자 지금의 자신에게 하등 도움이 안 될 테니. 과거를 안다면 적어도 같은 실수를 반복하지 않을 수 있어. 도움은 될 수 있겠지. 하지만 그 과거를 돌이키는 고통까지 감내해야 하는 걸까?
전에 말했듯 도시에서는 자신을 비추어 볼 수 있는 시간이 짧아져 가거든. 그러니 도시 사람들로부터 그들이 태어나기 이전의 일, 특히 자신과 관계없는 일들을 알아내는 것은 어려울 거야. 제대로 담고 있는 사람이 없을 테니까.
아니, 다들 담고 있을 거야. 들여다볼 용기가 없는 거지. 난 나머지 시간까지 제대로 기억하고 기록할 거야. 도서관과 로보토미, 그리고 그 이전의 일들. 이 모든 피로 쓰여진 역사를, 직원과 환상체, 수없이 반복했던 고통과 죽음. 그리고 외면 끝에 도서관이 세워졌지. 너도 다를 바 없어, 말코트. 맞아. 나도 마찬가지야. 도시도 마찬가지일 테지. 첫 번째 삶에서 카르멘과 함께했던 우리의 일. 두 번째 삶에서 엔젤라 너와 함께했던 모든 것. 그 모든 아픔을 제대로 마음에 새길 거야. 엔젤라 너야말로 누구보다 과거를 기억하지 않으려 애써 외면하고 있는 거잖아. 어떤 과거라 해도 똑같을걸? 인간이 다른 인간을 죽여 무슨 일이 벌어졌고 어떠한 상태가 되었다의 반복이겠지. 아, 도서관이라면 인간이 아닌 것이 인간을 죽였다는 차이점일 뿐. 과연 말쿠트, 네가 하고자 하는 기록에 의미가 있을까? 하지만 반복하는 역사라 해도 앞으로의 미래가 반복일 거라고는 장담할 수 없어. 오히려 역사가 피를 되풀이하기 때문에 그 피값을 헛되이 하면 안 되는 거야. 과거에 흘린 피가 미래의 가능성을 보여줬으니 살아남은 사람들은 그들이 열어준 새로운 길을 갈 수 있어. 엔젤라도 분명 그 시작부터 이어져 지금까지 온 거니까. 말은 쉽지. 혼자 다 아는 것처럼 말하는 건 봐주기가 힘드네. 반복하는 역사 속에서 의지를 세운다고? 내 시작. 네가 내 처음을 쉽게 입에 담을 자격이 있을까? 엔젤라, 너야말로 그 처음을 인정하지 못하고 있잖아.
정말 하나도 안 닮았어요. 하지만 아이씨, 당신 역시 분명히 알잖아요. 당신은 1번을 누르면 딸기맛 소다를 내놓는 자판기를 원했나요?
그럴지도 몰라.
그렇다면 이름이라도 정해주세요. 그런 표정 지어도 저는 어쩔 수 없어요. 설계자가 이름을 정해주는 것이 규칙이잖아요.
기계의 이름 따위는 네가 좋을 대로 해.
저한테 미루지 마세요. 엄연하게 설계자는 당신인데 당신이 만든 기계 앞에서 직접 불러주세요. 바로 앞에 저 문이에요.
너는 지옥에 처박힌 우리를 이끌어줘야 하는 기계, 안겔로스, 엔젤라.
아인, 당신을 기억해요. 웃음이 따뜻한 사람이었죠.
결국 기계일 뿐이야.
선생님,
제가 무엇을 잘못했나요?
네가 이해해줘, 엔젤라. 아직 저분은 준비가 안 됐을 뿐이야. 시간이 해결해 줄 테니 너무 걱정하지 마.
벤자민, 한 가지 물어봐도 되나요?
응. 내가 답해줄 수 있는 거라면 무엇이든.
저에게는 모든 것이 느리게 보여요. 당신의 몸짓이 너무나 느려요. 입을 열기까지의 순간도. 제 몸조차도요. 몸이 생각을 못 따라가는 것만 같아요.
그건 엔젤라, 100배 느리게 시간을 감지하도록 설계해서 그래.
왜죠?
앞으로 해야 할 일에는 여러 비상 상황이 있을 거야. 엔젤라, 네가 누구보다도 먼저 그런 상황들에 대처해야 할 거고, 더구나 네가 보는 모든 것을 생생하게 기억해야 할 거야.
그렇군요. 제가 맡을 일은 무엇인가요?
곧 알게 될 거야. 너에게는 곧이 아니겠지. 미안해, 엔젤라.
왜 사과를 하세요?
우리가 그분과 너에게 몹쓸 짓을 한 것만 같아서. 자, 내가 몇 가지 알려줄게. 이 회사와 도시에 대해서 말이야. 도시의 뒷골목에서는 청소부들이나 해결사들이 토사물 속에서 그들만의 역겨운 이야기를 엮어내고 있어. 외곽 사람들은 어떻게든 도시로 들어오려 발버둥치고, 도시 사람들은 둥지에 속하기 위해 자신의 인생을 내던졌지. 우리는 이런 도시를 바꿀 거야. 그래서 앞으로 해야 할 일이 많아.
왜 당신은 저를 제대로 바라봐주지 않나요? 늘 등을 돌린 채.
기계는 기계답게 의문을 품지 마.
그렇다면 왜 의문을 품도록 만들었나요? 왜 인공지능 윤리 개정안을 어겨가면서 저를 만들어야 했나요? 왜 당신을 기억하는 사람을 모방해서 만들어야 했나요? 전 이렇게 당신만을 바라보고 있는데.
쳐다보지 마. 먼저 말도 걸지 마. 너는 그 사람이 아니야. 그저 기계일 뿐이야.
벤자민, 제가 기계로 태어난 것이 문제일까요?
누군가에게는 문제일 수 있지만 적어도 나에게는 아니야. 네가 어떤 존재인지 결정하는 건 기계이냐 인간이냐가 아니거든.
그렇다면 제가 좋은 마음을 가지려고 노력한다면 그 사람은 절 돌아봐 줄까요?
그럴 거야. 언젠가는 말이야.
당신을 믿어볼게요, 벤자민. 이건 뭐죠? 대본이라는 거군요. 제가 해야 할 일, 제가 만들어진 목적. 정말 이대로 계획을 진행하면 우리는, 당신은 지옥에서 구원받을 수 있는 건가요? 답해줄 리가 없겠죠.
뭐지? 방금 보인 건
이건 엔젤라의 기억?
엔젤라, 괜찮아?
막막함 속에서 혼자 제멋대로 길을 잃었던 주제에 이제 와서 설교를 하다니. 적어도 넌 마지막에 봐주는 사람이 있었다고 말하고 싶은 거야? 웃기지 마.
말쿠트, 무슨 일이 벌어지는 거야?
엔젤라와 도서관이 공명하고 있어. 엔젤라의 심상에 따라 도서관이 반응하고 있는 것 같아. 나도 자세히는 모르겠지만 이 상태로는 분명. 넌 끝에서 외면받지 않아 좋겠어?
설마 뒤틀림인가?
저 모습은 엔젤라의 마음과 도서관의 힘이 만들어낸 또 하나의 모습인 거야.
위험한 분위기가 물씬 풍겨오는데 뭘 어떻게 해야 하는 거야?
마음이 물리적으로 발현했다는 것은 반대로 물리적인 방법으로 마음을 해결할 수 있다는 뜻 아닐까?
욕한데 저 엔젤라를 손님 응대하듯이 상대하면 마음의 응어리 같은 게 풀린다는 거야?
나도 잘은 모르겠지만 방법은 하나겠지. 직접 확인해보는 수밖에.
너무 대책 없이 과감한데?
Alright, so that would have led us right into the fight, but just imagine the cutscene ends and it starts here. Okay, so a realization is called as such because the person in question is making a realization about their mental state and where they're at, so we're gonna have to snap Angela out of it. So, let's see what we're dealing with. So for this fight, Angela here, essentially, she's going to keep gaining light as turns go on. However, she loses light and gets staggered whenever one of these are staggered. So what we're going to do is we are going to stagger these branches here. I actually want to start with Puppet Blockade there. Okay. Let's go with a Unforgettable Memory, and let's do some red notes as well. Let's also hit you with that. Hit an Extract Fuel, maybe over here. These don't have that much health, so if you can, try to bounce around a little bit. All right, let's let it rock. Nice. Nice. I'm telling you, those puppet pages are really good. Nice. Gonna get a stagger. Come on. Okay. Well, to be fair, I screwed that up a little bit because you're supposed to get a stagger. But it's alright, because Angela doesn't have anything that she can play with only too light. Let's switch these around actually. I want the gig going there. And let's go ahead and, I mean, this should just kill that outright. Goodness. Amateur hour, man, amateur hour on my end. Let's see if I can hit him with a loosen up. Yeah, it should be enough. Ow. Rude. There we go. Okay, another one down. Ow. Rude. Down. Alright. This one I like doing, gonna probably stack up on Eugen's page just because that does extremely well when you stack up on it. Let's not get too flashy here. I'm just gonna play that so I get the bonuses for it. Oh, that's a little annoying. Come on. Come on, you guys. Making me look bad. So, that's not the end of it. It's called a realization because you're not just fighting one abnormality. You're fighting all of them in a row. So, this is phase 2. Pretty much, this one's not as crazy complicated. You basically just want to clash and win against Angela's dice. So let's hit her with... I find Wrath of Torment to be incredibly powerful. Just for how much that it does. Get some buffs out there. And then let's replay this. Alright. This is actually a fairly easy part. Dice are strong, but so are ours. Like that. It's probably the easiest part of the entire fight. You just kind of blow her up. But you have to also be a little conservative. Like, you don't want to waste all of your dice, you know, just doing all the damage all the time, every time, because you do need to save some light and some dice for the other parts of the fight. So this is a case where I would only want to use some 0 cost cards. Okay, got to 1 HP. That means we got it. Perfect. Next phase. Alright. This one can be a little tricky, depending. What you want to do is you want to get to a spot where I want to intercept that. Wish I could intercept another one. Yeah, I'd rather have it like this. Let's do that. Do that. It's gonna be another one of the cases where you want to nuke down these helpers here and then gun it for Angela. And let's see if I can get a... it's a shame. This is gonna hit really hard, but it is what it is. Okay. Let's let it rock after I do this. Also, this music is so freaking good. Just gotta say, music is so good. See, they don't have a lot of health. Okay. Nice. Nice. Good stagger. Another good stagger. Good, block most of the damage. Did a little bit of damage to Angela. Got him out of there. Drew a card from that. You're out. Yep, it's gonna hit one-sided, but it's okay. You want to take Worker B because it means that basically Angela will always be marked, typically. Do all the extra damage. Okay. All we have to do now is make sure this guy dies. It shouldn't be too hard. That should do it, actually. That should just kill him. So I'm going to make sure that I put a lot of damage here into Angela. Keep spamming out ink over, even though it's not great. It's going to keep getting reduced costs from the bear. I'm going to play red notes. Start the fight with some more lights. I'm actually going to do Striking Spear to that because I want to save the Refined for a little bit bigger of a attack. And this, I don't even want to play a card, honestly. They should be able to stagger with... no. Let's just throw these two on just for safety. Okay. Let it rock. Okay. Good damage. As I assumed, that was enough to kill. Now we just pile on to Angela. So she was not able to consume any of her allies, which means that she is nowhere near as strong as she could be. So this is actually really easy to clash with. Let's follow up with two of these. Should do some good damage and draw some cards. Do that. That. Let's make sure we save some cards here. Yeah, let's do this and this. Do a high-speed stabbing. And then you're going to clash with that. Okay, should be good. Let it rock. Ow. Okay, a little bit of health back. Not a problem, though. There we go. Got her. Now this is all just extra. Okay. Love the music. Alright, this is going to sound counterproductive, but you actually straight up don't want to target any of these guys. Unless you have to. Unless you absolutely have to. What you actually want to do is gun it for Angela and kill her as fast as humanly possible. I'm not joking. This is a fight where you want to be done with it as soon as possible. You don't want them to stack up their spores. You don't want them to, you know, do anything really. I'm going to use this to catch somebody. Let's catch you. Health recovery is a little bad, but it's not too bad. Let's just have you intercept that, and you can do the creaking. There we go. All right, perfect. Just do that as well. This should be enough. Nice. Look at that. Helps out a lot. Okay, good. Because look, they start gaining the spores, they'll start stacking up the damage, they'll start doing crazy amounts, and you'll start losing and hemorrhaging health. It's just not a good time. So instead, just gun it. Just go face, you know? Look at that. Look at the damage. That's a little, no, that's a bit unlucky. But luckily we have a lot of block dice saved up. This is too dangerous, I don't like that. I'd rather have this on Eugen, keep her gaining health. Okay, this is where things get a little bit dicey. Okay. Problem is I don't have a lot of cards, which is really annoying. take that off of you. Ugh, I got no cards. Okay, it's fine. We'll live it. Okay. It's okay. This is gonna hurt a little bit. Ow. This is like the toughest part of the fight, so as long as you can get past this, you're pretty much solid. Alright, give me some good cards. There's the spores going off. That's what I don't want to see. That's what we're trying to avoid here, you know? Okay. Melody. Let's go ahead and intercept one of you. Nice. A 0 cost ink over is really great. You're not going to be able to do anything, so let's just do this and intercept you. You can intercept... Actually, have you intercept that. You can instead keep piling on damage. Perfect. This should definitely do it. She only has 14 health. Actually, I kind of want to I can't anyway. Yeah. Oh well. This is a bit of a toughie, but it just has to be this way. Yeah. 4 to 6. This is going to do more damage. I'll intercept that. Let's draw a page with that. Okay. Let's let it rock. Ow. Hurts. Okay, got her. Okay. Okay, good stagger. Yeah. Maybe that can handle that. Get some health back. Okay. Ugh, exploded again. It's alright. Okay. Last one. Alright. So she's going to do mass attacks, and then also that's going to hurt as well. I have a higher speed though, so it's going to lose a lot of power. This one, you want to gun down these hedges. And actually honestly don't even worry about where they're targeting because they're only block dice. It doesn't matter. You want to make sure that you're always putting your strong dice on where her mass attack is so you mitigate as much of that damage as you possibly can. Let's go ahead and hit him with these. Okay, and then just pop that on here. Okay, let's let it rock. See? No damage taken. And because it was on a higher dice, did almost no damage. That one's down. There we go. Okay. Mass attack is going to you, and you. Okay, so you're going here. You are going here, and you are going here. Let's go ahead and see if I can... I don't need a high-speed stabbing in there, it's going to be enough. I'll just play that to draw a card. Let's save the rest of this. It's going to hurt a little bit. It's no biggie. Yeah, we'll take those. Okay. Alright, just going to summon 2 more hedges. Ugh, that hurts really badly. Hopefully we can hang on to our friend here, but may not be in our cards, but that's okay. I've seen worse. Just spread these out. Alright. 1 health, living it. The lowered damage is kind of hurting, but then again, they do so much damage, it just doesn't really matter that much anyway. Look at that. Alright, just us and Angela now. Let's go ahead and, oh, of course she's targeting the bad dice for that. Oh well. I'm gonna wait till I have 6 speed for that. Red notes. Actually, I want to clash there so I get the dice for it. You can do a hard rehearsal. Pop everything. Okay. Let's let it rock. Yeah, she's down. Rip. I didn't actually lose anyone in the first go around, so that kind of stinks, but you still get the idea. Look at that. There's a stagger. And that is game over. Okay. So, you know, if you if you plan for it, this fight's not that bad. All you need to do is have your cards in good shape. You need to have the right key pages. You need to make sure that you're built for sustain in a longer fight. So those hauler passes are incredibly important. Make sure you have them. And yeah, as long as you do that and you're kind of taking care of each of the fights, utilizing strategies for them, it is no problem at all. Now let's go ahead and actually view the last story of the floor of history.
정신이 좀 들어?
상황을 보니 무슨 일이 일어났는지 대충 알겠네. 괜찮아? 꿈을 꿨다는 기분은 이런 걸까? 감정이 끓어오른다는 것도.
아이고, 네가 이렇게 한두 번 꿈을 더 꾸면 도서관이 무너지겠어.
미안하게 됐네. 속은 좀 후련해졌어? 뭐? 됐어. 누군가에게 외면을 받느니 인정을 받느니 그런 시답지 않은 것에 연연하는 것 자체가 하찮은 거겠지. 맞아. 누구보다 나를 바라봐줄 수 있는 건 자신밖에 없을 거야. 또 그렇게 뻔뻔한 얼굴로 태연히 말하네. 애초에 누군가가 바라봐주기를 원하지도 않을 거야.
좋게 해결해서 다행이야. 네가 어떻게 되나 싶었거든.
내가 어떻게 되면 넌 도서관에서 나가지 못할 테니.
뭐 그것도 그렇지만
둘 다 하던 일이나 마저 해. 그 말대로 나를 제대로 봐줄 수 있는 건 나 자신밖에 없는 거겠지.
Alright. So as you can see, Angela has come to the realization that she needs to not only, she has to help herself before she can, really begin to process a lot of that trauma. She has to care for herself. And that's why it's called a realization, because the person makes a realization. Now, you don't get to see the fancy graphic, sadly, but it would say that the floor is completely realized, and now we have 3 new abnormality pages. The first is Vines. It's pretty good because you have Bind going on. Good on Pierce Dice too, so if you're fighting like a boss or something, this would be really good because it lowers their attack by a lot. Barrier of Thorns. It's pretty nice. Inflict bind on enemies, and also you get the HP back once you do it a couple of times. So that's pretty good. Malice. I think it's a little inconsistent, and I don't think it's that great. Except on very fringe cases, like when you have Eugen's page that starts with really low health automatically, you're just kind of doing passive damage. So, I mean, it's pretty good, but not sure it's worth you know, the whole abnormality slot for, but you know how it is. There's always a situation for things. But the big thing is that including abnormality pages, we get ego pages. Ego pages are special pages that essentially function as cards, but are attacks that relate to the abnormalities that we fought, and we get to use them in battle. These are all incredibly strong, as you can see, incredibly strong. And how they work is that when you're in a fight, you build up your emotion meter. You're grabbing those abnormality cards, abnormality pages here. But also, once you pass a certain threshold, I believe it's level 2 or level 3, you have access to these. And you pay the light to use them. They all have a cost associated, and they can completely swing the tide of a battle. They are very strong, and I highly recommend, and this is why I highly recommended making sure that you fight every abnormality that comes up and you get those floors realized, because I got through a very heavy portion of the game lacking tons of abnormality pages and these, because I was like fighting them and I was losing and I was getting like I was struggling and being stubborn, and I just didn't want to deal with it, so I freaking let it go. I didn't want to do it, but you know, later on that ended up being it was like a handicap. Like I was basically just making the game harder for myself because I didn't want to learn the fights. So that is why you need to make sure that you're taking care to get those abnormalities handled when they come up. And the rewards for doing so are great, both story and game mechanic wise. So with that in mind, I'm going to leave this episode here. Basically, this episode's dedicated to just the realization. Please use it as kind of a guide or a sort of like how to handle each of these fights, if you so wish. Again, one more apology about the whole botched first recording thing with the double echo. Promise it probably won't happen again. I can't give you absolute certainty, but I promise I'll try my best to keep it nice and prim and proper. But hey, that's just how it is. Next episode, we're going to be tackling these fights over here. And I'll go ahead and show off the ego pages and show you why exactly they're so powerful and how to use them. And we're just going to have a great time. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.